Hi, this is Pete, Power Sports Wraps. Today we're going to show you how to apply the fender racing stripes on the Can-Am Spyder fenders. The product that we're using for this sample video is our textured carbon fiber material. It has no transfer tape, but still it applies basically the same. So to get us started, we've already prepped the surface, so now we're ready to begin the application. We've attached the stripe just by masking tape to the surface of our fender, and we want to start our application from the top of the fender. In this way you're starting from the middle, working forward, and the middle working back. By doing this, it will make your application easier rather than trying to apply from the front all the way up and over to the back. So there's a lot less finessing of the film involved if you start from your center and work in both directions. So again, this particular product has no transfer tape on it. To begin your application, first thing you want to do when you get your kit, of course, is lay it on the table and squeegee it out. If you trim as close as you can to the stripe without hitting it, that will make it easier because you want to be able to see your gap as you're laying the film down. So we have it secured as our center hinge. The next thing to do is to get rid of the backing paper so that we're exposing the adhesive of the stripe. You would cut the backing paper off, get rid of the paper, and now you have the raw film. Now make sure that your hands are clean. You can take rubbing alcohol and paper towel, wipe your fingertips down before you start your application because you want to not contaminate the film that's going to be installed. So to start, you're working from your center hinge out. You're going to watch the gap on the body line. Most of the time it's 1/8 inch, could be 1/4 if you prefer. Depends on maybe if you have any lights in here or any other accessories on it. But we're going to go with about 1/8 of an inch. So you're going to hold the material in your left hand. You're going to use your thumb as your squeegee to apply it. So you just look at your gap and then take your thumb and run it down the center. Now you're pulling firmly with your left hand if you're a right-handed installer. And keep watching the gap and working that film. Now every time I pull it up, I'm stretching the film to get it to conform to that body line like we want it to go. Once you get it there, let's say you're halfway down, you can pick back up to it, and again keep laying it down, watching your gap as you go. When you get to the light, kind of the same thing. You're only going to have a little bit of edge down here on the front. I'm at a disadvantage because my fender is not attached, but you're going to watch your gap, and you can lay the film this way as well. Now normally you can trim this here and trim it there, and that'll keep yourself a nice straight line. For the, well, let's do the front. For the 1/4 inch, you can work off of the gap that's coming off the paper if you'd like. So you're going to hold the material firmly, keeping the gap, and you just watch it with your eye and lay it down. You can do it again by picking it up, and you just simply watch your gap and lay it down. When you get towards the front, you can do the same thing, keeping your gap the same. And then once you have the front installed, you're basically going to go to the back of the bike and repeat the same process. So you can get rid of your center hinge and also the backing paper. Come back to the back, watch your gap, pull on the film, and lay it down. So again, it might take a couple times to do this. The film's pretty hardy. You shouldn't have any issues as far as the material is concerned. You can see I'm working it so that it's taking the curve of that body. The carbon fiber does have a lot of forgiveness to it because it is a thicker film. And keep in mind too, when it's hard mounted, it's not going to move around on you like it is on me, so your application will be a little bit easier. So you're really pushing firm and pulling on the film as you work the stripe. You'll pick it back up, work it into position, turn it down at the edge and push it. And then same thing with the 1/4, you're just going to keep the same gap, eyeballing the gap all the way down. So when you get your stripes like this, then you can go back over it with heat and simply trim your edges. Same way on the trimming of the racing stripes that you can do as we showed on the front trunk. You can use the body line edge of this raised part of the marker to hold the film. So if you push it down firmly, it's always better to trim tight. But you can use the edge of your marker and then use your squeegee to fold it in and then do your final trimming. So this helps with keeping your lines nice and straight and tight, and also makes for a more of a professional look on your install when you have it completed. So that's basically how you would install the racing stripes. As you can see, they're not super difficult to install, and when you're done and completed, you can have a really cool look at a fairly inexpensive investment. So you just work your film and tuck it in here and do your final trimming to edge. Make sure you have a good sharp razor blade so that you can cut the material to match the edges. So you would just trim these nice and even on the edge and warm the film once again for your application, and basically that's how you would do it. So that's just one simple example as to how to apply the racing stripes, and if you have questions you can always call us. We also can make the kits in a variety of color options. So hopefully this gave you some simple application tips on how to apply the racing stripes to the fenders. You can contact us at 814-838-6377, powersportswraps.com.